Hello guys, let's continue the class with factors affecting rate of reaction. So we discussed about the concentration effect. So we have that rate A is equal to K into concentration of reactants. R is equals to K into concentration of reactants over some order. This we had in previous also. Many times we discussed in organic chemistry, SN1, SN2 reactions, and we discussed in equilibrium. Okay, so rate of forward reaction is equals to Kf into concentration of reactants power order something. Okay, what exactly order everything we will discuss. So R is equals to K into concentration of reactants power order. Simply this is what we call rate law expression. Rate law expression. So for rate law expression, we have a K here. So what is a K? K is a rate constant. Rate constant. Or this is also called specific rate. Specific rate this is. So what is our rate of reaction? So rate of reaction means what here? dx by dt I can write. So in general, change in concentration, this dx by dt is equals to K into concentration of Mr. reactants and power order. Order means sum of the powers of the concentration terms in rate law I told you. For a particular reaction, reactants, those powers we have to take. Means what are those powers, how to determine, I was given also previously for the rate if it is 1, if it is 2, if it is 3, they are called order. Okay, so dx by dt is equals to K into concentration of reactants power order. This is one we have. And here what is the unit? Units of K. Units of rate constant. So here K is a rate constant I told you. So what you can write now K is equals to rate by concentration. Here concentration I am taking, and here instead of order I will represent with N. Okay, so concentration power N. What is N? N takes values order of reaction, where N is the order of reaction here. Got it? N is equal to order of reaction. Got it? So K is equals to R by concentration power N. Okay? N value, how we can come to know? Sir, it is experimentally determined order of reaction. We cannot come to know by looking at the reaction. They have to provide in numerical, or else this order we have to determine from the given information. These two things you can do. Otherwise, by looking at the reaction, okay, it is first order, we cannot say. It is not at all theoretical. This order of reaction is experimentally determined, so that they have to provide in the numerical, or else you have to know from the given information. Something they will give information like a hint. You have to know what is the order of reaction. So don't worry about N. Okay, now I am writing units. So what is K now? So K is equal to, you can write K is equal to R units, you know already, concentration by time. So concentration by time means time you can write as second inverse or minute inverse or hour inverse like that. Okay, simply I can write time inverse, because rate of reaction, change in concentration by time. So concentration C I am taking. Actually in terms of molarity, mole per liter we will take concentration, right? So this is concentration power N. This one, a K you have. K is equals to C into time inverse by concentration power N you have. So what exactly K? See, concentration power N I can write as simply C power n. This is C concentration. Here also concentration. Concentration I am taking as C, and C power n I can write. So what exactly K units? Now C power, this is C power 1 and C power n. C power n goes to numerator minus n. So C power 1 minus n and time inverse. So this is the concentration units. So concentration K, you have a units, sorry, rate constant units you have, that is C power 1 minus n, and time inverse you can say this is a specific rate or rate constant units. So what is C here? C is mole per liter, means mole liter inverse you can consider. So instead of C you can put here like K is equals to, now mole power 1 minus n liter power, already minus 1 is there, 1 minus n into minus 1. So n minus 1, got it? Instead of C I was substituted this term mole liter inverse. So instead of C we have a mole power 1 minus n and liter power n minus 1, because mole liter inverse power, of 1 minus n you have. Okay, like that. And you have a time inverse here. What is the time inverse? You can take anything else like minute inverse, hour inverse, okay, seconds, in terms of seconds, like that you can take. So this is exactly K units. K is equal to now mole power 1 minus n liter power n minus 1 and time minus 1. Okay, so this is K units. What is K? The rate constant or specific rate we call. Got it clearly? So here what is n? N is the order of reaction. Here I was given what is n means. So I told you about n, and we will discuss about order of reaction, and many things we will discuss about order of reaction. Don't worry. Okay. So n, if it is 0, then what is the units? If n is 0, that is 0 order reaction, because order of reaction is 0. N is equals to 1, then that is first order reaction. N is equals to 2, that is second order reaction. N is equals to 2 means order is 2. So second order reaction like that. Okay. Some example, let's see. If order is equals to 0, so what you can say, if order n is equal to 0, then the reaction is called 0 order reaction. Then what is the units? Then what is the K units? K units. So K units you can say, because n value you have to 0, you have to substitute. So the K units you can say as the mole 1 and a liter power minus 1 and time inverse, like something like second inverse you can say. So mole, liter inverse, second inverse, somewhere you saw this, right? Rate units only. Because here n is 0. So R is equals to K into concentration of reactants power 0. So reactant power 0 means 1, something power 0 is 1. So R is equals to K. So rate of reaction units is nothing but K units if the order is 0. If the order is 0. If order is 1, if n value is 1, order is 1 means order of reaction is 1. Okay. So order means I told you sum of the powers of the concentration terms in rate law. Okay. So if that order is 1, right, then what will be the K units? K units, mole power 1 minus 1, 0, liter power 1 minus 1, 0, and time inverse. Just time inverse is the units for first order. Got it? So just in general, if you know the K units, you can write anything else. Sometimes by observing the units itself, you have to say what is the order of reaction. That's the information they will provide. It has a rate constant 1.6 into 10 power minus 3 second inverse. So K units given second inverse means the order of reaction is 1. That you have to remember in your mind. Okay. From the units, sometimes you have to come to know what is the order of reaction. So this general units, if you remember, enough. Okay. So mole power 1 minus n, later power n minus 1, time inverse. Or else K is equals to concentration power 1 minus n, time inverse. Got it? So for first order you can say, so if n is equal to 1, then what you can say? First order reaction. For first order reaction, K units, simply time inverse you can say. Time inverse. That is for what? First order reaction. Rate constant units for first order reaction. First order reaction means n is equals to 1. Order of reaction is 1. From units also you can say what is the order of reaction. That information they will give. Because to find out some time or some concentration or some rate constant, that's all you can find out like this. Getting what I am saying? So this is about units and what is the concentration effect. So I told you along with the concentration effect and pressure effect I was given yesterday, okay, in previous class, and I was given volume effect. If volume double, what happened for a particular rate equation. Rate equation they have to give. Otherwise they have to give order of reaction. Then it's very simple. If concentration double, rate how many times? You can say very easily. Okay. Sometimes what they'll do, if concentration double, the rate of reaction 4 times, then what is the rate expression? Means it is R is equals to K into concentration power 2. Understanding what I am saying? They'll give like this, sir. Look at here. For concentration twice, the rate of reaction increased by 4 times. Increased by 4 times. For a particular A gives rise to some products. For this reaction, A gives rise to products. If concentration doubled, the rate became 4 times. So what is the rate? R is equals to K into concentration of A power n. Getting what I am saying? Here what happened? See, if concentration doubled, the rate become 4 times. So what should be the n value to become rate 4 times? It should be 2. Why you are saying sir like that? Because concentration was doubled. If it is power 2, then 2 power 2, 4. Getting what I am saying? So therefore, order of reaction is 2 I can say. Yesterday also I was given some examples regarding this. But ulta, now I am giving this information, I want rate expression. See, for concentration twice, the rate reaction increased by 4 times. For A gives rise to products. Then what is the order of reaction? This is my question. So here, N is what? It's my question. How you can come to know? By checking from this information. How? Concentration double, rate increased by 4 times. So it should be 2. So 2 square only 4. 4 times now. Get it? So R is equals to K into, if concentration was double, it should be 4 times. Rate should be 4 times means N value should be 2. Then only it can be 4. 2 square 4. So R is equals to 4 into K into concentration of A power 2. So how many times it is now? It's 4 times. Got it what I am saying? Therefore, order of reaction is 2. This is the thing you have to remember. Order of reaction is equal to 2. Got it clear? Okay. So this is about some information regarding concentration effect. In the same way, they can ask different numericals here. Okay, so what kind of numericals they'll ask you? Let's see one by one. Okay, see here, they are giving sir like this. Log minus deconcentration of A by dt is equals to log plus deconcentration of B by dt and plus 1 given. Okay, so here they are asking mole ratio of A and B is equal to, only this was given, important, and they given rate logarithmic form. Okay, so log minus dA by dt and log plus dB by dt and plus 1. Getting what I am saying? So here it is very clear. What is that? This A is a reactant, B is the product, I can say. How I can say minus used? Means A is the reactant. Okay. So plus deconcentration of B by dt given. Means it is a product, excuse. Okay. So I have some confirmation. A gives rise to B. But A moles how many? B moles how many? This is our question. How many moles of A here? How many moles of B here we have to take? That's the question, and that you have to find. Okay. So from this information, I'll write some solution here. So what I can write here, log minus deconcentration of A by dt and is equals to log plus deconcentration of B by dt plus 1, means I can write log 10 base 10, because all if in logarithmic form and left side and right side it will be cancelled. That's why 1 also I am writing in terms of logarithmic form. Getting what I am saying? So log 10 base 10, how much? Log 10 base 10 value? Since log 10 base 10 is equal to 1, that's why I am writing like this. So log minus deconcentration of A by dt is equals to log plus deconcentration of B by dt plus log 10 base 10 I was written. Since, what is the reason? Since log 10 base 10 is equals to 1. So instead of 1 I was written this. But now log AB formula, log A plus log B. This is A and this is some B. So what I can say now, log minus deconcentration of A by dt is equals to log, you can write like this, deconcentration of B by dt into 10, but it's plus, right? Okay, so here you have one clarity, log AB formula, log AB, log A plus log B. But so now logarithm you can cancel. So what you have now, minus deconcentration of A by dt is equals to plus deconcentration of B by dt you have. Understood? sorry. Into 10. Into 10 you have. So this 10 comes here. Then what you can write? Minus 1 by 10 deconcentration of A by dt is equals to plus deconcentration of B by dt you can write. Correct? So this is the rate of reaction you can say. I told you from this information you can write. 1 by 10 you written means 10 moles of A. Right? I told you now like this. 10 A gives rise to B I can write now. Because here nothing is there. So 1. Here 1 by 10 is there. So 10 moles. I told you from reverse I told yesterday. If 10 moles is there, 1 by 10. If 1 by 2 is there, 2 you have to take, like that I was given. So from this information, what is the mole ratio you have? So what is the mole ratio of A and B? It is 10 is to 1 you have. 10 is to 1. 10 moles of A. How you know 10 moles of A, sir? A rate of reaction yesterday only I was explained. So 1 by 10 you written, so 10 moles of A. 10 moles of A, so 1 by 10 into deconcentration of A by dt. 1 mole, so 1 only you have here, 1 into deconcentration of B by dt you have. I hope you understood this numerical, and let's see. Now let's see the effect of temperature on rate of reaction. So actually, if temperature increases, rate increases, rate of reaction increases, so that specific rate constant also increases. If temperature increases, molecular velocities increases, certainly kinetic energy increases. So speed increases in collision theory, that we will discuss actually. Okay, so what you can write, if temperature increases, rate of reaction increases, and the rate constant it also increases. Rate constant, I told you, that is also called specific rate here. Okay, so this effect of rate was explained by using temperature coefficient. Temperature coefficient you have. What exactly the temperature coefficient, I'll tell you. It's a very important one for you. So temperature coefficient means what exactly? Okay, let's see. Temperature coefficient is the ratio of rate constants, which exactly differed by 10 degrees Celsius. 10 degrees Celsius. So K T plus 10 degrees by K T degrees Celsius. Getting what I'm saying? So it is the ratio of rate constants of specific rates. Okay, this is the final specific rate and this is the initial, because we started at T degrees and it is after 10 degrees extra. We started at T degrees and after 10 degrees. So Tc is equals to Kt plus 10 degrees by Kt degrees Celsius, which is equal to this temperature coefficient. For maximum of the reactions it will be equal to 2, or else some reactions it will be 3 you have to consider. So temperature coefficient is Kt plus 10 degrees by Kt degrees is equal to 2 or 3. This ratio will be always, for most of the reactions it will be 2. Temperature coefficient if 2 given, so you have to take 2. This ratio. Okay, these are the rate constants or specific rates which exactly differed by 10 degrees Celsius. Got it? So this is Kt degrees. Suppose if T is 30 degrees, it will be at 40 degrees. So K 40 degrees Celsius by K 30 degrees Celsius. It is equals to 2 or 3. So temperature coefficient you have. What is the temperature coefficient? Temperature coefficient we represent with Tc. Tc is equals to Kt plus 10 degrees by Kt degrees Celsius is equal to 2 or 3. I repeat, temperature coefficient is the ratio of rate constants or ratio of specific rates which exactly differed by 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, so here you have Kt plus 10 degrees by Kt degrees Celsius is equal to 2 or 3. For most of the reactions, this temperature coefficient or this ratio is equal to 2, or some reactions it will be 3 like that. I hope you understood. This is about temperature coefficient. Here I will give you one important formula for you. Suppose they said like temperature changes from initial temperature to final temperature, then rate how many times? Rate how many times means this specific rate how many times, that is the meaning. Understanding? Change in rate, how to find? I will give you one short formula for you. If, I hope you understood, if temperature changes from T initial to T final by providing the temperature coefficient. Okay, this temperature coefficient they must provide, otherwise you cannot say anything else. Okay, if temperature coefficient is 2, then you have to use this formula. Getting what I am saying? So if temperature changes from T initial to T final, then rate increased by, or rate or specific rate increased by how many times? Increased by how many times. Rate increased is, you can say simply. Rate increased by, you can say. So rate increased by is enough. Okay. So rate increased by how much? You have a formula. If specific rate given, it is 2 power t final minus t initial by 10. You can take like this. Rate how many times increased? Rate how many times changed? Rate increased by is equal. If temperature changes from T initial to T final, then rate increased by how many times? So 2 power T final minus T initial by 10, or else 3 power T final minus T initial by 10 you have to take. Why this 2 and 3 I am taking? Here you have 2 and 3. Sir, how we can come to know whether we have to take 2 or 3? They will provide in numerical. You have no need to worry. How they will say? If the temperature coefficient is 2, if the temperature coefficient is 3, then you have to use this formula. This is for TC2. This is the formula for temperature coefficient 3. Sir, only 2 or 3? Anything else? Means yes, like 2.5 also possible. Between 2 and 3 also possible sometimes. But they will provide. Because these all temperature coefficients, everything are experimentally determined. For any reaction in general, it will be maximum for reactions, it will be 2. So Tc is equals to Kt plus 10 degrees by Kt degrees Celsius is equals to 2 or 3. Okay. If temperature changing from T initial to T final, then rate increased by how many times? Means 2 power T final minus T initial by 10 you have to take. And here, or else 3 power T final minus T initial by 10 you have to take. Suppose if in a reaction temperature changing from 10 degrees, starts from 10 degrees, increased up to 90 degrees, then the rate of reaction become how many times? Or rate of reaction increased by how many times? Like that, if they ask question, you must answer by using these two shortcut formulas. Okay, so it's a very important shortcut for you. But so if temperature changes from T initial to T final, means some low temperature to high temperature, or high temperature to low temperature, then ulta you have to take. Then what? Nothing. Then rate decrease those many times. If temperature decrease, what will be? Those many times will decrease, because directly proportional. Getting what I am saying? If 10 times increase, or based on this, based on temperature coefficient, how many times it will be rate, how many times it will be, that based on temperature coefficient. Let's see one small example for this. You have to write all these things. So these are the two important formulas. If 2.5 temperature coefficient given, then 2.5 here you have to take instead of 2. This is very important. So simply you can say temperature coefficient power T final minus T initial by 10 you have to take. Got it? Okay. Now let's see one small example for this. So I was given effect of temperature. Here temperature increases, rate of reaction increases, so that the specific rate also increases, because R is equals to K into concentration. So R is directly proportional to K. So K is what? Specific rate. If order is 1, if the concentration is equal to 1, then R is equals to K. So both are rates itself. Okay. So I am giving one example for that, for the particular formula what I was given. Okay. If for a reaction temperature increased from 10 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius, then rate of reaction increased by how many times? So they have to provide in this numerical. If temperature coefficient is 2, they provided this. temperature coefficient is 2 given. So for a reaction, if temperature coefficient was given 2 and temperature increased from 10 degrees to 90 degrees, then rate increased by or rate changes. Okay, rate increased by, rate changed by how many times? Rate increased by. Getting what I am saying? So temperature coefficient how much given? 2. So 2. Initial temperature, final temperatures you have T final minus T initial. Okay, because increases. So it cannot be negative. So don't take 10 minus 90. Okay, so 2 power 90 minus 10 or by 10. 2 power T final minus T initial by 10. Got it? So I was used this formula only. Don't get confused. And just now only I was given. But again I'll write here. Rate change is equal to simply I'm writing one more time. 2 power T final minus T initial by 10. So T final is 90 degrees and T initial is 10 degrees. So rate changed by how many times means 2 power 80 by 10. 80 by 10 means rate increased by how many times? 2 power 8 times. 2 power 8 means how much you can say? Okay, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4 like that. Okay. So rate increased by how many times? So therefore rate increased by how many times means 2 power 8. That's it. Like this you can solve. If the temperature coefficient is 3, here you have to take 3. Remember this one. So temperature increased these many times or 10 times like that. You have to do 10 times. Or you can do by calculating 10 to just 2 times. I told no temperature coefficient is 2 means like this you can do 10 to 20 2 times, 20 to 30 because for every 10 degrees Celsius it will be 2 now. That's kT plus 10 degrees by like that you have to do those many times. Here small range given okay. Temperature changes from 10 to 30 means this is better. 10 to 2, 10 to 20 sorry 2, 20 to 30 2, 4, 2 square like that. Long range given 10 degrees Celsius to something like that. Okay, then this formula is better for you. And 30 to 40, 40 to 50 like this you do. 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 power 8 is the answer. Like without formula also you can do like this. Because temperature changing from 10 degrees to 90 degrees. So temperature increased how many times? That also you can say. Got it? Why you taken 2 sir here? For every 10 degrees Celsius, this temperature coefficient is 2. They provided this. Temperature coefficient means that only no ratio of rate constants is exactly different by 10 degrees Celsius is equal to 2. So they given 2. So 10 degrees difference 2. 10 degrees difference 2 like that. So how many times means? 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 power 8. So these many times rate increase. Better use this formula, no confusion. 2 power T final minus T initial by 10.